Hey guys, so I am back with another video. Yeah. So let's just jump right into it, you guys. I know this is like, I feel like I'm giving a therapy session or something. But anyways, so, I wanted to talk about, like, to know if you're ready to date or, to kind of protect yourself from not getting hurt. And you can never really be bulletproof from Cupid's arrows, but you can kind of prepare yourself to be hurt, which I know you don't, when you're falling head first, you're like, I'm not going to get hurt, don't worry, there's nothing wrong, but sometimes there is the situation where you can get hurt, and that's happened to me before. So I also wanted to say that I don't approve. This is like okay, so yeah, I just started a sentence, but I'm going to cut in my sentence and interrupt myself. This statement is an add-on to my first video that I did. I wanted to say that I think middle school dating is okay if you are mature enough, if you will not date for a week or something and then break up just because of some childish little thing, and then move on to the next girl or boy or whatever the next, maybe 3 days after. I think that's totally inappropriate. I think that's just, I hate it when they're like that. I honestly hate it, because a real relationship is you're not a player. You're not a player. You would take a couple months, you take a month, maybe a couple, until you jump into the next relationship. With my school, I go to a private school, so I only have, 60 people in my class, in my whole grade. I used to go to a school at 20 people in my grade. So I have 60 people in my class, and so for us it's harder to jump around with people, but I think that at public school there are so many kids that you have the opportunity to do that, and you're going to find one person that you like or that likes you or whatever. But at my school it's a little different. So I think that's kind of it's kind of definitely it's different depending on school or whatever. So I don't think it's appropriate to jump around from people to people and be a player. I don't think that's the definition of dating or love or caring for someone. I think that's just being a jerk and not really kind of trust. It's like you're lying to yourself when you do that. So I doubt all of y'all that are watching do that, but I'm just kind of giving y'all, examples. So anyways, back on track to what this video is about, how to bulletproof yourself. So, let's say you fall for the guy who everyone thinks is horrible, and some people could use the word bastard, but, you kind of see him for his own light. Like, you see him the way that, he kind of is, let's say y'all have had, I don't know, your friends, and I don't know, somehow you end up just talking to each other alone. He's like a totally different person, So let's just say that. I don't know, I'm just making up something. So everyone thinks he's horrible, and you're like, okay, he's not horrible, but you don't realize that they may be kind of right in some content. So you kind of have to, when you're falling headfirst over someone, you really have to stop. You may not even be thinking about it at this time, but you need to find someone. You need to tell one of your friends, when I'm falling headfirst, tell me to stop and think about this. Tell me to stop and think about, is this worth it? Tell your friend to tell you, think about all the possibilities of how you could get your heart broken. Think about that. And I know it's hard because you're still falling headfirst for that person, even though you think about these feelings. Just think about them. Just remember that there's the chance that that's always there. But it'd be totally awesome if you found your soulmate. I'm serious, like you found your soulmate for life in middle school. That would be the coolest thing. and somehow they're always coming back into your life. That'd be pretty neat, I think. So, but then again, it's middle school. I mean, that happens like 1 in 100 or 1 in 1,000, you know. But you gotta stop and think. Even though you're falling head first, and it's gonna be so difficult to stop and think. You really gotta do that for yourself. You really do. I can't tell you how important it is to stop and think. So, get to know the person as well. Really get to know that person. Kind of find their weaknesses, even though you're not gonna use them. Like, you're not gonna go, ching, ching, I want to kill you. You're not gonna do that, but try and know where they're weak too. Because if you pour your heart out to them, like, girls do pour out their hearts to guys. And yeah, sometimes it can feel really foolish afterwards. Trust me. But, kind of also make him do the same. BRB. No thanks. No. Okay. Sorry about that. My dad was telling me he was asking me if I was okay, if I was on the computer, if I wanted to try out our new mouse. Our computer broke, so we had to get our keyboard broke, so we had to get like a new keyboard and mouse, and we didn't get the right mouse. So whatever. Yeah. So I don't really know where I was. I'm so dumb. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Find their weaknesses. You're seriously going to want to do that. Get to know the person. Find their weaknesses. I think since my school is my grade is so tiny that I have a bigger chance of finding their weaknesses and getting to know them even more on a more intense level. But I think that if you try hard enough, that you can. Because odds are at my school, I'm going to end up having a class with one of, some, like, person that I say like or something like that. But at public school, it's totally different. And I know a majority of kids go to public school. So, that's kind of that. And, what else? Just get to know the person so well and kind of talk to your friends about their history. I know I was new at my school that I went to last year. I was new, and I'm kind of like, what on earth? Like, I didn't know anything, so I had to talk to a bunch of people about this guy, and got a lot of negativity. Okay, sorry, my dad just went outside, and I'm like, I don't want to talk about this when he's in here, because he's like, you cannot have a relationship. I'm like, Dad, I'm in 8th grade. Come on, I'll be careful. And he's like, you may not have a relationship. Oh, by the way, I'm going to do a video on how to talk to your parents about starting a relationship with someone. So, yeah, this is kind of a video on how to bulletproof yourself, I guess. Oh, to know if you're ready. Honestly, there's no way to know if you're ready. If you're okay, so wait a little while. Make sure you're getting good grades in school before starting a relationship. Definitely, that's one pointer. Try, just take a little while to find yourself and see if you really do like this person or it's just lust. And I don't know if I'm having like 9-year-olds on these videos, but lust is like when you're attracted to the person for physical features. Like, oh, he's so hot, or he's cute, or, she's pretty or hot or whatever. So, also, I just, since I mentioned hot and beautiful or whatever and pretty, I'm going to have a video on how to tell if they're a player and how to kind of put yourself away from that. And I also wanted to kind of do a video specifically covering everything for public school, and then another for private school, because public school, they have more cliques, and, the players and the jocks and all those, and the popularity levels. At my school, it's not like that, really. I mean, there are people that are really well known throughout the grade, but there's not really, the jocks or whatever. There's just the people that are kind of well known. Since there's only 60 of us, we kind of know everyone. So, yeah, that's, okay, this is like a brief video, and I don't really know what I was trying to talk about. Oh, if you're ready, there we go. If there's, no way you're going to be able to tell if you're ready. But find yourself before you get into anything. That's seriously one thing that I really suggest. Do some soul searching. make sure you know who you are and who you want to be.